My name is Manas Gowdy. I'm a student of BMS College of Architecture. I was a part of this Himachal Pradesh study tour that was organized by Happymiles.
Traveling is important for architect students specifically because we can go learn about different cultures.
Every experiences teach you something new.
We were going to imply it on our architecture, like we will learn different styles of architecture.
We'll get to know about different places, how they build, about their vernacular architecture.
Get to witness the masterpieces of first different architects and of the mother nature itself.
We started a trip from Bangalore and it was an overnight journey.
All the students were excited and it was light travel to Delhi.
We arrived at the Delhi airport, took our bags and continued our journey. First day at Chandigarh was an institutional building and it was really good for us to understand the architecture, the 5 principles of Sir Le Corbusier and how he constructed. Same day, we went to Capitol Complex where we were through a guided tour, Secretariat, High Court and a few monuments as well, like the Open Hand, which were all built in a very specific style of Le Corbusier sir. Second day morning, we went to Punjab University.
You can see this structure. This has been designed by Le Corbusier. That is the main administrative block of Punjab University. You can actually see it has been stepped in a manner to provide a shade. Now, when you have seen High Court, there was a shading device which has been given like a parasol. That is actually to cut down the heat and the sun exposure which is coming to the structure, and that is why these fins and the facade, which is the most important part, you'll see to cut the glare and the sun shading device. This structure, you'll find a beautiful work of volume. Try to understand if there is a space which is an auditorium space. Is there a light source? Is there an ample amount of light source, or what is that light aperture system which has been given for an auditorium space and for a museum or an art gallery space?
Museum that we just visited, felt that was very well thought of. They kind of brought in a lot of human scale, even in like double height spaces and all.
The room was well lit. It didn't require any artificial lighting. It had all clerestory windows. The columns were arranged really good.
Day 2 was the visit to a rock garden designed by Nathan. So it is an interesting way of a sculpture garden wherein various ceramic tiles and bangles and things like that have been used in a very interesting way. Day 3 was in Naggar. Naggar is a very small village closer to Manali.
Welcome to Naggar, everybody! Yay! Superstructure starts with a cartoony architecture. Upper floors always timber. So foundation, stone, plinth, stone, then karkuni, that is a combination of timber and stone, and then you have the wooden. So this is the basics of karkuni architecture. First of all, it's a frame structure and stone is a filler material. Today we have Master Karigar. When I say Master Karigar, that means he is a very known Karigar of the entire town.
And also there was a workshop. Students could do a hands-on workshop on this cartoony architecture, cutting all the wood and trying to do many carving techniques.
What he explained us was that how to use the chisel according to the angle that's formed. So if there's a bigger angle forming, then you start from that and you move towards the smaller angle side, and since chisel downwards so that both of the sides meet at a straight line. The bigger the end, the more deeper it goes, and the smaller the end, lesser.
When you see any temple, you can actually see an axial geometry. Now then there is a Nandi and it is facing towards, it's a Shiva temple. Also, if you see the module, because it's a monolithic structure, there is a lot of alterations being done in plan. This actually gives strength to the elongated structure.
We went for a trek up to Sharon Village, and Sharon Village is an amazing village here that sits a little bit beyond Naggar, towards the Parvati Valley, about an hour from us here.
You can actually see down, it's for the Gaushala and the granaries, okay, animal husbandry. On top, superstructure is more towards the living and the kitchen and all of that sector. Now this is again one more type of house in which they have actually built a screen and they have covered it because they wanted to create that kind of a room. Okay, if it is G+1 and 2, the second floor on top, the top floor should be of lighter material, so it always completely out of wood. When we are doing the mountain region construction, it is all about the cut and fill. So we create these trenches wherever we have to plan a structure, and then you have these raised platforms, okay, which is being made, and then the inner core is always the katkuni. What you see here, the wall, you can actually see there is a crisscross. Basically down there is a katkuni, and then for making a wall, it is being divided vertically and horizontally, and in between you have these crisscross, which is acting like a wind bracing.
Students spent about an hour at the village doing their sketches and talking to locals about their homes and their architecture. And I think that's also part of the most amazing integration.
Weaving is majorly done by the women of the house. It's particularly for making pattu. Pattu is actually a women wear which is seasonal, and there is a seasonal weaving as well.
So all these trails that you see were here before the roads. So if people wanted to get village to village, or if you wanted to get goods and supplies to a village like this, it would come from a trail network. And that's where we're going to walk, okay?
We just finished up an amazing session with our partners Happymiles and over 60 students that came to visit us in beautiful Naggar, Himachal Pradesh. We're about to send the students off to the next part of their tour. They're going to be going up the valley to Solong Valley.
This was a very refreshing experience because some of the students, including me myself, we were seeing snow for the very first time.
They also witnessed the longest tunnel, the Atal tunnel, which was recently constructed. So we traveled through the tunnel.
Couldn't be a better taste after everything I faced. Send a little up my waist, and now that I'm sun ray to hit my skin.